dustbins. This is a nothing job to beat all nothing jobs. I mean, why would anyone want to steal dustbins, eh? It's a wind-up.
Nah, you heard what Sergeant Cryer said? Now, there's something going on. There's a pattern, isn't there? 8 brand new metal dustbins nicked in a week and not one plastic one. Don't you think that's odd? I reckon we could be on worse jobs.
What? It's just a few kids mucking around. It's nothing to get worked up about. I mean, what do a few bins cost? This is a bad tour, this. I can feel it already. Area car. That's where I should be. Get some real action. What happens? I'm stuck in a pound with cheerful Charlie, Mr. Community Policing and missing dustbins.
Love you too, Dave.
Sierra Oscar 86, are you receiving? Over.
You're through, caller?
Dave, another bin's gone missing. Can you deal?
Why'd you have to send me a letter, eh? What can you tell me to my face?
It's not our decision. The letter's from the CPS, our lawyers. It won't stick in court. That's what they're saying. I'm sorry, Pam.
You're sorry. That man held a knife to my throat and tried to rape me. If it hadn't been for that car full of Oros coming round the corner with its lights blazing, he would have raped me. And all you can say is you're sorry. That makes me feel a lot better, that does.
Pam,
You don't believe me, do you?
I do believe you, but it's your word against his. We need proof, evidence. If that car had stopped, or if you talked to someone straight away, it'd be different.
I was too frightened. You know that. This is stupid. I know what this is really about. It's the way I look, that's what it is.
Yeah, okay. It's got something to do with it. And they said you had been in the club and you had talked to him.
He was a bouncer, for God's sake. I said, got any change for the fruit machine? It's hardly the old green light, is it? Go on, say it. I was asking for it. Pigs like that can do what they like. I can't dress like I want to and I'm not allowed to say no. Is that it?
Look, I'm on your side. Honestly. You should be able to go where you like and wear what you want. But it's not that simple, is it?
You sound like my mother.
Oi, Pam, ain't you finished yet?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Oh, Frank, could I have a quick word? This indecent assault that Martella's dealing with. Do I understand it's got something to do with Johnny Lyle's club?
Well, not exactly, sir, no.
Meaning?
Well, the suspect was assumed to be a member of Lyle's staff, but the actual attack wasn't linked in any other way with the premises.
Frank, you know what I think about that club. I don't care how useful it is to you. If I get one sniff of a complaint, I'm going to close it down for good, all right?
I think we have the situation under control there, sir. It's what I might call a state of continuous but informal surveillance.
But he should have come to us on Saturday night.
I told you, I was the worst for wear. There must have been something in the drink.
Yeah, knowing that place, it was probably water. I still haven't worked out how they get the corks back in.
That was a nice touch in there with the boss.
It was also rubbish, Frank, as you know damn well. What's so special about this place, anyway? I thought it was full of small fry.
It's the Bush Telegraph. Snout's paradise. There's more information comes out of that club than any LIO's office.
It's not worth crossing Brownlow just to keep it open.
Oh, yes, it is.
Well, he must have seen somebody. Now, was anybody eyeballing you in the club? Well, what about the cigarette case? That must have attracted some attention. And what did he say that was again?
22 carat gold. With my initials on. RDM.
Yeah, well, it's worth a bob or two with or without initials.
I didn't see anyone staring at either me or my cigarette case, okay?
Yeah, but you must have drawn attention to yourself, especially if you were winning, like you say.
I was winning. I did win. 500. Fair and square.
Look, all I'm trying to say is that Johnny's is a bit of a dive, that's all. Somebody with a lot of cash in them is going to catch the eye, especially if they're winning it from the house.
Listen, I was robbed. Now you're going to do something about it or not.
So you didn't hear anything, Mrs. Jevons?
What did you say? I'm sorry. I'm a bit hard of hearing.
Maybe we should try the neighbours.
I just came out this morning and it has gone. Why didn't they take the plastic bin? It's empty. Then they'd have made no mess.
I've no idea, Mrs. Jevons.
Well, what about him, Ricky Reynolds?
No.
No, you'd remember. He usually leaves his false teeth embedded in other people's limbs.
It's none of these people.
Well, that's all Johnny's stuff, or at least it was last time we checked. But you sure you'd remember anyway?
I don't know. There could have been bouncers. They were built like them. I just didn't see their faces.
No evidence, no result. NFA, standard CPS procedure. And what's wrong with that? So, crash it and get on with something useful. There's plenty to do.
Gov, I think she's right.
Look, you heard what Whittaker said. I mean, you interviewed him. There she was, wearing nothing but a belt, giving him the come on. And then she wants to drop him in it?
That's not what happened. Anyway, he used a knife.
Which he denies. And there are no witnesses. And definitely no character witnesses.
Couple of more days on it.
Listen, Viv, you know me. I'm a caring and sensitive man. But as far as this case goes, that bird is a little scrubber who got what she asked for, all right? Now, if she'd been a nun... Something I said?
Gov, we'd save ourselves a lot of trouble if Johnny's club was just closed down.
Oh, not you as well. It's that Mackenzie bloke, isn't it? Another dive bomber. Lose it.
I'm serious. It's wall-to-wall trouble. I don't care how many snouts pop in there for a quick half.
Yeah, that's because you don't run any snouts. If you did, you'd care.
I should at least go back and ask a few questions.
Oh, so he's a really deserving case, is he? I mean, he gets rat-arsed, wins an illegal card game, and then expects to walk with his takings. If that's what happened.
I'd just like to find out.
What is it with you two? Moral Crusade week?
Well, you did put me on this one, Gov.
Yeah, my mistake. I didn't know you were going to get all righteous about it. All right. If you want a quick chat, make it quick. But I don't want any waves about that place. Not a ripple. You understand?
You know I ask, don't you? It's that old song, I Dream of Jeannie with the light brown hair. You got a light brown hair, Jeannie?
We're
It's Johnny, actually.
I said we're closed, dog breath. That's Detective Constable dog breath to you. I want to see Johnny, now.
I'll see if he's available.
Who's he?
I don't know, I'm not going to find out.
What have done, right?
I'm on Brownlow's side. Close it down. Close them all down.
Mr. Carter, isn't it?
Carver.
Oh, yeah. Well, what can I do for you?
I'd like a little chat. Somewhere private.
Yes, of course. And what about your lovely colleague?
If you mean me, I'll stay here, thanks.
There's no vice here.
And I'd like a word with you and all.
No drugs neither, I can promise you that. I've got plans for this place, Mr. Carter. Big plans, high class.
Oh, don't tell me. You're going to put mineral water in the champagne?
This place is just a start. I'm thinking of opening a North London branch. I'm going to call it Johnny's in Amsterdam. Got a ring to it, hasn't it?
No.
I don't know how you're talking about. What did you say she was wearing?
You heard the first time.
Sounds like I'd remember. If I'd seen her.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Detective Martini.
Hello, Mr. Whittaker.
I see you've got new heavies. Did you have Ricky put down?
Put down? That's very good. No. No, it was time for a change. Better class of security to go with my new image.
Who's the gorilla outside?
You mean Jimmy?
Surname?
Goodwin. It's clean. No record, you can check.
Yeah. You had any trouble in here recently?
Recently? Not since I got my new boys in.
Saturday night. You had a punter in here called Mackenzie. He reckons he won 500 quid at cars and was rolled outside.
Outside? Well, there you are. What happens outside's nothing to do with me.
I thought we'd been for all this. I didn't have a knife. She gave me the come on, okay? Anyway, listen. What am I supposed to think? She's the good time that's been had by all.
That's a very old joke, and it's not funny.
Could Jimmy and Mickey come into the manager's office, please?
Between you and me, darling, she's a lying slag.
Yeah? Well, I believe her.
Mackenzie? No, I'd remember. Scottish, was he?
There you are. I knew it.
Wait a minute. Was it that bloke who was really drunk?
Oh, right. The bloke who couldn't stand up. Yeah. Anyone could have done him.
He was like a baby.
There you are. That's your answer.
You stand her up in court and see what happens.
Maybe I will.
So, that's it then, is it? All right then, are we? Hunky-dory.
Come on, let's go.
You finished?
Yeah.
Give my best wishes to Mr. Burnside, will you? I want them off my back, Frank. I've scratched yours many a time, now you scratch mine.
You carry on like this, Johnny. I wouldn't scratch yours with a 10-foot loofah. You're out of order, and so are those new gorillas of yours.
OK, I had problems with them at first, but I've got it well in hand now. Stand on me.
500 quid the geezer took off you, and you had to get it back, didn't you?
Now, would I do such a thing?
Now you listen, while you've got attempted rapes and robberies going on, I don't know you. And if my kids come up with the goods, you'll swing. You got that?
Do you realise we spend our lives listening to people lying to us? Goodwin's lying, Harding's lying, Johnny lying. And for all I know, Mackenzie could be lying too.
Pam isn't lying, and that's all we need to know.
We're going to have to drop it. We're going to have to drop both of them.
Yeah, just like Burnside wants us to.
Or maybe he's right for once.
Oh, come on, we can crack it.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we go and talk to Ricky Reynolds? He might know something.
Like what? Why should he tell us?
That lot lost him his job, that's why. Well, come on, it's worth a try, isn't it?
What's he done this time?
Nothing, Mrs. Reynolds. We'd just like to chat with him.
You said that before, and a fortnight later he's in Risley.
This is just a friendly chat.
Oh, yeah? Well, he's at work.
Security job, is it?
No, dear, he's got a new set of teeth and gone into male modelling.
But just suppose, right?
Supposing what? Another bingo's missing. Leave it out. I told you this is a rubbish job. A rubbish job. Did you get it?
Is that a joke?
Oh, you make me laugh, you do. Yeah. You want a joke? Here's a joke, right? There's this Birmingham City fan, right? And he's at a match and he turns around to the bloke next to him and he says, "Oi!" He shouts, "Oi!" He has to because the bloke standing next to him's about 50 yards away.
What's that look like to you?
What's what look like?
What do you want?
We'd like a chat about this.
Hello, Ricky. Your wife said you were still in the security business.
I told you, they're just kids. They came to me with the bins and I cut them up just like they wanted. That's all I did.
Cut them up? What for?
For nothing. They're crazy.
Well, local kids, are they?
Yeah, I see them around.
Do you know where they live?
No.
Do you know their names?
No.
Well, can you describe any of them?
Yeah. They're white.
Don't get smart.
Did they pay you for this work?
They brought me a beer. You want to charge me with that?
Listen, this isn't a joke, pal. We're talking stolen property here and you're in the frame, understand? So you either come up with the goods or we're going to pull you in, because quite frankly, I don't believe a word.
You call this community policing? The bloke you want calls himself the Rebel.
The Rebel?
He'll be at the community hall this afternoon. OK?
What's he doing there?
Not a lot, man. Not a lot.
Well, thanks for your help. I'm a bit of a reggae fan myself, actually.
No more promises, no more guy. Johnny said he chucked you out.
Never.
Or maybe Dave Whittaker did it for him.
You want to know about that place? That lot will bleed him dry. They're violent, vicious thugs looking for trouble.
We need a lot more than that. We need to know what's gone on since you left.
Talked to Noddy Potter, bar manager. They sacked him Sunday night. Last of the old guard.
Where can we find him?
Try Canley Farm.
What's he doing there?
He talks to the pigs.
Hello, Noddy.
The name's Norman, and I'm busy.
So we see. We get paid for this?
Nah, none of us do. Love, that's what we do it for. Because you lot wouldn't understand that. Love, not money. Ah, pigs. They're intelligent. You know that? Nicer than humans. And clean. It's humans make them dirty. I love them.
We know. Ricky told us.
Oh, yeah? What do you want, anyway?
Oh, just a chat.
I said I'm busy.
It's about the club. You might want to talk to us. Not a happy ship, that's what Ricky says.
Full of rats and sinking fast.
Ricky said you'd lost your job.
He's got a slack gob.
What happened?
Ask Whittaker and his yobs.
Their fault, was it?
They spoiled everything.
Yeah? Well, tell us about it.
Ah, they're just rats. I don't like rats. Not like pigs.
We don't like Whittaker or his boys either. In fact, we'd like to nail them. You can help us, Noddy. At least that's what Ricky says.
Oh, yeah?
2 things happened at the club last weekend, didn't they? A bloke was rolled and a girl was attacked. We want to know who was involved.
How much?
What do you mean?
What's it worth? Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Got to eat, ain't I?
Oh, no. I'm not having that.
How much?
50.
What you offering?
Names.
Here we go.
Names, you said?
That's a long story.
Sure.
Goodwin and Harding. They robbed that bloke. And Johnny knows about it because he kept his cigarette case. I've seen him put it in a safe.
What about the attack on the girl?
Yeah, he knows about that too.
How do you know?
Oh, I reckon that's worth at least another 25.
Which one of you's the rebel? Samuel Dwyer? Does your dad know about this?
No, it's a surprise.
What's this supposed to be?
It's a dustbin band.
A dustbin band?
Yeah, like a steel band. Only better. It's really happening music, man.
Really happening theft, more like. Come on, names.
Where are you going?
You don't give up, do you? Back again so soon, Mr. Carter? Well, perhaps you'd better move in. We've got a spare room upstairs.
Cut the sewage, Johnny. We know what's going on.
What am I supposed to have done now?
Nothing. You've done nothing. That's the problem.
Happy with your staff, are you?
They're good boys, I told you.
You in charge then? They do what you say.
I'm the boss, yeah.
That's crap. They're a pack of Rottweilers and you know it.
Well, how strange.
What about outside?
Ah, that's none of my business.
It is if they break the law and you know about it. Now, why did you take Whittaker on? Did you find him or did he come to you?
Came to me and offered his services.
He threatened you.
Oh, it's rubbish.
Why did Reynolds and Potter go?
I told you. They were tired old men. They couldn't hack it anymore.
Whittaker kicked them out.
I kicked them out.
Can't you see what's going on? Whittaker wants this club, and when he's ready, he'll take it. You'll be kicked out like the others.
Listen to me, Johnny. We can do each other a big favour. You know what happened last weekend.
Not true.
We talked to Reynolds and Potter. Most helpful they were. Noddy told us about you and Whittaker having a dust-up over his assault. Don't try it on with the customers, you said. Now,
We can do a deal. You tell us about the assault and the robbery, and we'll put Whittaker and his boys away. They'll be off your back. You can run the club again, back to normal.
You don't listen, do you?
We listen to Reynolds and Potter.
Well, get them to stand up in court then if they know so much. They're men with a grievance. Things are fine here. Understand? Hunky-dory.
OK then, if you want to play it like that, open the safe.
Why should I?
Because my chief super wants to close this place down. All he needs is a bit of encouragement, and I intend to encourage him.
Mr. Burnside might not agree with you.
Burnside wouldn't give a toss. He doesn't need you. You're just convenient. Understood? Now open up.
Satisfied?
Where's the cigarette case?
What cigarette case?
Gold, monogrammed, RDM. Now don't mess me about!
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to give you one last chance, Johnny. I'm being generous.
You saying you're prepared to do a deal with me? Well, that's nice to know for the future. But as for the allegations against my staff, they're totally unfounded.
Oh, come on!
Funny, isn't it? How we only hear what we want to hear. Well, there we are. Now we've had this experience, we all know each other a little better, don't
Do you think we've deprived the world of a deep cultural experience? No.
It's a learning experience, isn't it? I mean, you've got to make sure you get value for money.
If Lyle or his mob ever step out of line, I'm going to have him.
But you mustn't close the place down, Jim. It's too useful.
That's what I like about you two. Single-minded. The untouchables. Oh, which reminds me. Someone brought these up for you. For Mr. Carter and his lovely colleague. With thanks, Johnny. But as I don't like to see my officers compromised in any way, I'll take care of these. It's for your own good, believe me.